G'day everyone, Buck up in North Queensland out at O'Brien's Creek Campground again. You're probably going, Buck, you're still out there cooking? Yes, it's better than cooking in the backyard. Hey listen, nice simple one tonight, but it's going to be in the Bedourie camp oven, so that's always a challenge. I did a damper yesterday. I don't cook a lot in the Bedourie and I nailed the damper guy, so there's going to be a cook up tomorrow. It's going to be a pumpkin and cheese damper in the Bedourie camp oven. That one will be filmed. But tonight I'm doing something a little bit different. Nice simple thing. I usually do this with chicken breast, everyone. And all it is, I'm going to wrap some stuff up in some puff pastry, okay? This stuff here, you get it in 6 sheets of puff pastry. You've got to keep it frozen. So I'll let that thaw out a little bit, take 2 sheets off, and then I'll put the rest in the freezer. And all I'm going to do, get some puff pastry, put it down on the board. What do we got there? Probably put 3 frankfurts in there, some cheese, and also some sweet chili relish. Okay, get the sweet chili relish in there, let the cheese melt amongst that with 3 frankfurts and that. Wrap it up into a parcel, paint it with some milk, into the Bedourie camp oven, which is a spun steel camp oven, and I've got the trivet in the bottom so I can't burn the arse out of the pastry. So I've got the trivet in, bit of brown baking paper. I might just give that a spray with some canola oil, put the parcels in there, into the coals of the fire, which is already going, and then, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes, whatever it takes. So we'll see how we go. Just some people come in here today. Hey, O'Brien's Creek Campground, guys, famous for gem fossicking, and there's a few different gems here. I just went up to speak to Simon at the office. He's there in the mornings and afternoons. Simon's the manager of the campgrounds and that. There was a family there. They've been out fossicking today, and they must have had a dozen topaz that size, and a couple of them were stunning, like they'd been laser cut, crystal, like just beautiful. You could just see, you take them and get them cut and polished and that, you make some beautiful jewellery out of them. Yeah, topaz, there's some other stuff, agate I think maybe another one that they get out here, but really famous. That's the first people I've seen that have actually come back to Simon and go, have a look what we found today. And I'll tell you what, it was a bit of at least a dozen, maybe more, big topaz, and a couple of them were stunning, absolutely stunning. Take them to a jeweller, get them cut and polished. Ooh. So anyway, I don't know if I said this or not, this sweet chili relish, Ros found that at Coles, and it's from a place, Beerenberg, company called Beerenberg, which is from a little village called Harndorf, up in the Adelaide Hills, everyone. It's like a little German village. I've been there before, and German pub. I love the German food there. It's a really, like, I know, it's different and it's really nice. Ros has been there too, to a village called Harndorf in the Adelaide Hills, and this company is from there called Beerenberg, and they do a lot of really good relishes and paste and all that type of stuff. So this one's a sweet chili relish, which is going to go in the puff pastry parcel. So I'll stop jibber jabbering, because every cook up taste test has been at night time. We'll see how we go. I've got the coals ready to go, so I'll get straight into it, eh? Hardest thing with the puff pastry is actually getting it apart. So you get it out frozen, get a sharp knife or something in between, and just carefully lever it up, let it thaw out just ever so slightly. And I've got 2 sheets out here. Keep the blue sheet on the back for now. We don't want that, so, well, we do for now, but then it peels off at the end. It's just a little blue sheet of paper and that there that peels off. Just keep the one on the back, lay that down, let it defrost a little bit, because we need to be able to wrap it up. So you don't want to try and do it when it's frozen or it'll snap. So we need to let these thaw out a bit. I've got another one here. That one there, the paper on the back. So, and I just cracked the Beerenberg sweet chili relish with a clean finger. That is absolutely bloody beautiful. I've tried quite a few things from Beerenberg, guys. I think Coles and Woolies do stock some of their stuff. Have a look in your condiments aisle and get some of this Beerenberg stuff. It is bloody beautiful. And I'll tell you what, it's not too hot. something the kids could eat. And it's going to go really good with the cheese and the frankfurts, okay? I normally do this with chicken breast. Sear a couple of chicken breasts and then put the chicken breast in there with some cheese and some chili relish. Into the oven on 180 for about half an hour. Absolutely beautiful. So didn't want to bring chicken out on this trip, so I just got some frankfurts. You can do anything in puff pastry and wrap anything up in puff pastry and it's bloody beautiful. A bit like the jaffle this morning. Put anything in a jaffle and it turns it into something yummy. Righto, let's sit down with Roz for 5 minutes. Just let this pastry thaw out a little bit more and we'll come back and we'll build them, eh? Can you hear the galahs in the background? What would Alf say off home and away? Shut up, you flaming galahs. So I'm going to sprinkle a bit of the sweet chili relish on. He's there. And a bug's already flowing in. Beauty. Oh no, it was a bug or a bit of dirt, not sure. Sprinkle a bit of that. Smooth that out a bit. Rightio. I'm going to put 3 frankfurts in. I'll put them that way, eh? Might fit a bit better. 3 there. A little bit of pizza cheese. Now we're doing pizzas in the camp oven tomorrow night with Dave from Horizon Touring's pizza trays, guys. So we're going to put a bit of a little sprinkle of pizza cheese on, and I thought that was Rafa for a minute, but it wasn't. And just normal Coles block cheese, cheddar cheese. Give that a good sprinkle like that. Nice and cheesy inside, that'll do, I reckon. Cheese there. A little bit more relish over the top. Bit of salt, bit of pepper. As I said, guys, think outside the box. You put some mushrooms in there. You don't want to overload it, but now, how am I going to do this? I've got to work out how to wrap this up, I forget. So it's pliable now, you just peel that off. Over there. Over that way. This is the hard bit, you need bloody fingernails. Up that way. And up this way. Now that's, I might have to get them down a bit. Pinch that so it doesn't all come out. Righto, so there's one done. I'm just going to leave it on there for now, everyone. Just leave it on the paper and let that melt, or not melt, but thaw out a little bit more, and just poke it down. And then we're going to baste it with some milk, okay, before we put it in the camp oven. So there's one done. You don't need to see me do the other one. So there's one parcel done. Oh no, might as well, eh? It's a cooking show, Buck. Get into it. Can you hear the galahs? They just don't stop this time of the day. That's the babies wanting to be fed. How cool was it? Have you seen my Facebook page with the whistling kites throwing some damper and also some mince in the air? And the whistling kites coming down and taking it mid-air. It's incredible for bird life out here, it really is. Now, what do I need? 3 frankfurts. So there's 6 to a packet, so that works out good. 1, 2, make sure they're in the middle. 3, a little bit of cheese, your favourite cheese. Over there. A few other doggies come in today. Rafa said, I've got some playmates. Bit more cheddar cheese. Righto. There we go. And some more chili relish over the top. There we go. That'll go nice on a sandwich with some cold meat there, and we'll wrap this one up too, eh? This one's a bit easier. It's defrosted a little bit more. So there's people around that come in 5 hours ago and they're still setting up camp. I tell you, I thought I was bad at setting up camp. These people leave me for dead. Righto. You go there. Last end. As I said, it helps if you got fingernails and you can grab that blue paper there. Up there. Pinch that. How's that for Jamie Oliver? Eat your heart out. Look at that for precision. Scrunching there. There's another one there, everyone. So, righto. It's a bit of canola oil. I don't know if this will work or not, but spray that brown baking paper there. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is, you can use, I didn't bring eggs out guys, you're going to use an egg and milk wash. I'm just going to use milk. Give them a paint. I forgot to put salt and pepper in this one, didn't I? Did anyone pick that up? I forgot the salt and pepper this one. Diddly donk. Roz said I'll have that one. So I'll put a little R in the top. I don't know if that'll work or not. Right. Bit of a milk based on the top there. Probably an egg wash would have been better. Rightio. So this is the hard bit. Taking it off the paper and sticking it on there. Righto, let's base the other one and I'll put that in. Rafa's decided to bark at everything that walks past the campsite. Righto, so parcels are in, lid on. Now let's just reel some of this out. We just want a few coals for the base. Don't want too much heat on the bottom. That'll be enough, I reckon. Bedourie on, handle off. Good thing about the Bedourie, and now I can put it onto there to take the lid off. Rightio. Right, now, most of your heat you want on top for the Bedourie, or for most camp ovens. Got some good coals there. They've been burning for about 3 hours now, these coals. Rightio, couple more. Righto, Roz. Let me know when half an hour's up and I'll do a check. And in the meantime, I'm going to try and keep a fire going over here. In case I need more coals. But rightio. Let's check it in half an hour. It got to 25 minutes and I got bloody coal feed. I thought I better check them, and I'm glad I did, guys. As I said, I kind of know with cast iron, I'm still getting used to this Bedourie. This spun steel, keep the heat down. I put too much heat on, and I know people will go, too much heat on top, but yeah, glad I pulled this off. They're all right underneath. They're not burnt underneath because I had the trivet, thank goodness. But anyway, they'll still be fine. A little bit of, this will be mine. The one with a bit of black stuff on there. I'm always honest, guys. Anyway, we're going to let these rest for a couple of minutes, let them cool down a bit, put them on some plates. I'm going to do the taste test. But there you go. These King Brown gloves are brilliant, everyone. They really are. So there they are there. She's burnt on that side. Boy oh boy, but they'll be right. They're still edible, there's no worries about that. That one's a little bit more overdone than this one. No, they're fine, Roz. They'll be fine inside. And underneath, I had a look underneath, and they're not burnt underneath, so I'll have the one, I don't mind a bit of bloody crunchy stuff on the outside. That'll be Roz's. Let them cool for a little bit. Keep an eye on your spun steel camp ovens, guys. They can get away on you. I don't use them a lot. I'm a bloody cast iron man from way back. But I'm going to keep going. I love this camp oven. You just got to watch your heat. If you overdo it, you can burn the arse out of stuff. Okay, I'm going to do a lamb roast in this in a couple of nights, so I just got to keep an eye on it. And it's all learning, eh? It's all learning. Have a crack, as they say. Have a crack. You can only stuff it up. I haven't stuffed it up. They're still going to be edible. It's like if they were just black and I'd be sitting there going, I can't call for a pizza right now. I'm too far away from anywhere. So, but anyway, I'm sure they'll be nice. We'll do the taste test soon. So this one a little bit overdone. This one's not too bad. Probably could have checked them 5 minutes ago. I reckon they would have been spot on. Anyway, so if I was a chef right now, I'd be showing you that side. That side's a bit burnt. I might just chip a little bit of that black stuff off, but oh boy, not too bad on the bottom. Like I haven't burnt the arse out of it because I had it on the trivet. So the bottom is fine. It's just a little bit of dark stuff there, which I'm gonna, look at that. Underneath there is fine. So I'll just scrape a bit of the black stuff off there. Rafa said, I'll have that, Dad. There you go. And he is too. He's down there hovering it up like a vacuum cleaner. There you go. I'm going to put a bit of tomato sauce on that, or ketchup, as bloody Mike and John and Slacken would say, ketchup. And we'll give it the taste test, eh? But that's going to be fine. Taste test time. I should bring, is that still hot?
Oh my god.
Bloody hell, Rogers. There's a blooper. Hang on. My table fell apart. Oh, there you go. That's better. I'll set it down here. Roz is off camera. Gonna cut it in half. She's got a little bit of dark stuff on, just on one little piece there, but that's fine. It's good for your teeth. Cleans your teeth. Bit of charcoal never hurt anyone. Hey, I'll put some tomato sauce over the top. I don't mind a bit of tomato sauce over the top of a pastry, like a pie or a sausage roll or whatever. That's something else Ross said. Should bring some proper sausage roll mince next time and do sausage rolls in the camp oven. So that might be in a future clip. I'm going to tell you a funny story about tomato sauce, everyone. When I was a prison screw, I used to do quite a few shifts in at District and Supreme Court, taking the prisoners in, taking them in for their trials, guarding them while they're in their trial, or whatever. It might be a murder trial or a bloody rape trial or something like that. Anyway, the supervisor in there, I hope he sees this. G'day John, if you see this. John Edwards, his name was, great boss, but very set in his ways. Everything had to be done John's way. He ran a tight ship, which is a good thing. Anyway, the prisoners had come down for lunch. They quartered break for an hour and a half at lunch. And we'd bring the prisoners down, cook them up some pies in the oven. We had an oven downstairs where all the screws used to hang out, down in the dungeon of the courthouses. The coppers were down that end and corrections were up the other end. So anyway, we cooked some pies up. And John had a habit. You had to get the tomato sauce bottle. When the pies were ready, we'd give him 2 pies. You had to stab the tomato sauce bottle into the top of the pie and squirt the sauce into the pie. Trouble with that is, we used to do that in the old days, didn't we? Scrunching. But the trouble is, the bloody meat and everything used to get stuck in the spout of the tomato sauce. And then, I used to think, then in a week's time, that's going to give you a bloody gut ache or something like that. So, anyway, I went out. John goes, go and give them pies to the prisoners. They're in the oven, they're ready to go. So I've come down. Yeah, righto, John, no worries. So I get 2 pies on each plate. I get the tomato sauce bottle, and I'm not going to stab the pies and get all meat down the funnel. So I drew a smiley face, 2 eyes, a nose, and a smiley face on the pies. John knew what I was like. So I'm sneaking out with 4 pies. There's 2 prisoners out in the cells. I'm sneaking out. John comes out of his office because I think he knew what I was up to. He knew what I was like. And he just grabs the plates off me, did not say anything, grabs the plates off me, takes them in, grabs the pies, scrapes the tomato sauce into the bin, and then gets the bottle of tomato sauce, stabs the pies, squirts the tomato sauce into the pie, 4 pies, and goes, give him that. That's all he said. So I went out, here you go fellas, here's a couple of pies for, then you want a cup of tea, make them a cup of tea and whatever. So every time I think of tomato sauce, I think of that story. And the boys, if you're watching from the reception store at Townsville, you'll know what I'm on about there. John was set in his ways. That was a bloody, I still remember that, eh? As I said, John, if you see it, I hope you're going well, mate. I've just done the first cut in. This is going to be hot. Oh boy. So we've got Frankfurt's American Hans brand Frankfurt's, guys. Some beerenberg sweet chili relish. Some cheese. Different types of cheeses in there. In some puff pastry. First impressions. Not bad. Rozzy?
Yeah, not bad.
Roz, give me the nod. If I said it last night, if something's shite, if I cook something shite, Roz will let me know. Let me tell you. The Frankfurt stew I did, guys, I liked it. Roz goes, don't ever cook that again. She did not like it. Funny. Oh boy. There you go, some Frankfurt. The cheese and the relish have all mixed together. Beautiful flavour, that relish, Roz, isn't it? That beerenberg sweet chili relish. Boy, oh boy. See if you can find that beerenberg, everyone. They do a lot of different types of stuff, and it's top-notch stuff. So there's a big bit of Frankfurt there. Some puff pastry. Oh, hot. Oh. I'll tell you what, that retains its heat. Those Frankfurts are still scorching hot. I'll tell you what, yeah, a couple of little bit of crunchy bits on there, guys. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. The flavours, that beerenberg sweet chili relish has really gone well with the cheese and the Frankfurts. That's a good camp feed. Have a go yourself. See what you reckon. If you do it in a cast iron camp oven, I think a bit easier. If you do it in a spun steel, just watch the heat. I had a little bit too much heat on. I'm sure you'll all let me know. You'll all let me know that I had too much heat on there. 25 minutes, that's all that took. Probably better to go a little bit lower heat than too higher heat so you don't burn the pastry. Pastry's a little bit delicate, everyone, so I'll give that, I can give it a double thumbs up. Close to a 1.5. Roz, what do you reckon? Yeah, not too bad. Anyway, hope you're well out there, everyone, if you're watching. If you haven't seen me before and you're going, who's this diddly donk? I don't take myself too serious, guys. I just love going out camping. Love doing cook-ups. When you go out camping, have a crack at something. If you stuff it up, who cares? Just have a go. And you learn by your mistakes. I'll know next time not to have my heat so hot, and I'll nail them even better. They're still very edible. Don't worry about that. They're still very nice. They could have been better. Absolutely.
Have a plan B.
Have a plan B. I did not have a plan B tonight, Roz. I didn't have a plan B because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. So, but anyway, we're eating. We're filling our bellies. It's bloody nice. It's tasty. What else do you want? Slacken's out in his. He goes out on holidays, guys. He goes out to his on Canada Day. For all the Canucks out there, happy Canada Day for yesterday, I think it was, 1st of July. Canada Day. Australia Day's 26th of January. Canada Day is apparently the 1st of July. So, Slacken, Robbie, Julie and the family, and all the other Canadians over there, hope you had a great Canada Day. And
Canadian Day.
Canadian Day, isn't it? No, Canada Day. It's called Canada Day. Yeah. Wherever you are, hope you're out there camping, sucking the guts out of life, as Graham Cahill would say. Whether you're over in Oregon, John, out in his casita and slacking up in his hut at the lake. Get out and enjoy life, eh? See you later, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow night for another cook-up. Pizza's in the camp oven tomorrow night. You beauty. See ya. That is nice.